Hey, this is your local real estate agent Chen here. Just want to share something about land. Just had a client call me wanting to potentially look into building a smaller home on land. So they asked me about the process, how to go about this situation. So this is how it goes down in the right process for people to do it. So if you want to buy a piece of land to build, of course, to find a building site is very, very important. So when you go out and looking for land, you want to make sure you know and do some due diligence on the land. For example, you found this piece of land and you want to buy. You want to reach out to the title company to see and then to find out something called restrictions or deed restrictions on that piece of land. So back in the day, most of the smaller parcels we have here came from bigger parcels back in the day because we had a big acreages, big land masses back in the day. So a lot of smaller parcels and lots came from bigger parcels from way back when. So deed restrictions would tell you what you are allowed on the deed of that particular piece of land, what you can and cannot do. It's very important. So it would tell you what kind of size home it can be built, so on and so forth, what activities you can perform on that particular piece of land. Okay, so you want to find that out. And a lot of times, if an acreage is smaller than 5, more than likely, it might be in a subdivision. So if that piece of land is in a subdivision, not only you might have the deed restrictions, more than likely, 99% of the time. On top of that, you will have the subdivision restrictions and what you can and cannot do. Typically in a subdivision, you might have the acreage, but you might not be able to have cattle, horses, livestock, things like that. You want to know all that stuff before you purchase that. Just for example, if you have different special hobbies and you want to put different things on that parcel, you might not be able to achieve that. Okay, you want to know that information up front. So let's say if that piece of land does not have any restrictions, great. That's great. And if you have special needs for that particular property, you want to find out more from the county, from the city, what codes and what coordinates is and what restrictions people can do in that specific location. You want to find that out as well. Then you get a hold of a builder or get a hold of a person who can put a required any type of structure you want to put on that piece of land, and then you go down that process. Again, oftentimes before you finalize on any raw land purchase, you always want to put in some verbiage stating, hey, look, I'm gonna have my builder walk through before I finalize the purchase. Just give you an idea where you can and cannot put the building you thought. A lot of times might not be where you want to put the house, would be the place that you can put the house, if that makes sense. So that's a quick rundown about buying a piece of land. If you want to know more, let's connect. Looking forward to talking to you soon. Thank you.